here.
But Betty not going to die.
Out of here, out of my sight. Oh my God. God help me. Betty, will you wake? Will you open your eyes? Betty. Little.
Uncle, Susanna Walcott's here from Dr. Griggs.
Oh, the doctor. Let her come. Let her come.
Come in, Susanna.
What does the doctor have to say, child?
Dr. Griggs, he bid me come and tell you, Reverend Sir, that he cannot discover no medicine for it in his books.
Then he must search on.
Aye, sir. He have been searching his books since he left you, sir. But he bid me tell you that you may look to unnatural things for the cause of it.
No! No, there be no unnatural causes. Tell him I have sent for Reverend Hale of Beverly. He will certainly confirm them. You must look to medicine. Put on all thought of unnatural causes, for there be none.
Aye, sir. He bid me tell you. Speak nothing of it in the village, Susanna.
Directly home, and speak nothing of unnatural causes.
Aye, sir. I pray for her.
Uncle, the rumor of witchcraft is all about. I think you'd best go down and deny it yourself, sir. While there's a pack of people, I'll sit with her.
And what shall I say to them? That my niece and my daughter I discovered dancing in the forest like heathen?
We did dance, Uncle. Let you tell them I confessed it. But they're speaking of witchcraft. Betty's not witched.
Abigail, I cannot go before the congregation when I know you have not opened up with me. What did you do with her in the forest?
We danced, and when you left out the bush so suddenly, Betty got frightened and then she fainted. There's the whole of it.
Child, sit you down.
I would never hurt Betty. I love her dearly.
Now look you, child. I have no desire to punish you that will come at this time. But if you traffic with spirits in the forest, well then I must know it. For surely my enemies will no ruin me with it.
But we never conjured spirits.
And why can she not move since midnight? The child is desperate. It must come out, or my enemies will bring it out. You understand I have many enemies,
I know it.
and a faction of them are sworn to drive me from my pulpit. Do you understand that?
I think so, sir.
Now then, in the midst of such disruption, my household is discovered to be the very center of some obscene practice. Abominations are being done in the forest.
They were only sport, Uncle.
I saw Crucible waving her hands over the fireworks when I came on. Why was she doing that? I heard gibberish and screeching coming from her mouth.
She always sings her Barbados songs, and we dance.
I do not blink what I saw. What I saw, a dress lying in the grass.
A dress?
High, a dress. And I thought I saw someone naked running through the trees.
No one was naked.
I saw it. Now tell me true, Abigail. My ministry's at stake. My ministry. Perhaps your cousin's life. Whatever abominations you've done, give it all to me now. For I dare not be taken unaware when I go down there before them.
There is nothing more. I swear it, Uncle.
I have fought 3 long years to bend these stiff-necked people to me. Now, just when I have some respect in the parish, you compromise my very character. I've given you a home, child. I've put clothes upon your back. Give me an upright answer. Your name in this town is entirely white, is it not?
Why, I'm sure it is, sir. There'd be no blush about my name.
Now then, is there any other cause you have not told me? But Goody Proctor is charging you. It has troubled me. You're now 7 months out of your house. And in all that time, no other family has ever called for your service.
They want slaves, not such as I. Let them send to Barbados for that. I will not blacken my face for any of them.
No, I cannot have anyone. Why, Goody Proctor, come in.
It's a marvel. To surely a stroke of hell upon you.
No, Goody.
How high did she fly? How high?
No, she never flew.
Why, I'm sure she did. Mr. Collins saw her going up over Ingersoll's barn. Come down light as a bird, he says.
Now look you, Goody Putnam, she never... Good morning, Mr. Putnam.
It is a providence the thing is out now. It is a providence.
What's out, sir? What?
Why, her eyes is closed. Look you, Anne.
That's strange. Ours is open.
Your little Ruth is sick.
I'd not call it sick. The devil's touch is heavier than sick. It's death, you know. It's death driving into them forked and hooked.
Oh, pray not. Why, how does your child ache?
She has a she must. She never waked this morning, but her eyes is open and she walks. Hears not, sees not, cannot eat. Her soul is taken, surely.
They say you sent for Reverend Hale of Beverly.
A precaution only. He has much experience in all demonic arts.
He has indeed, and found a witch in Beverly last year. Let you remember that.
Now, goody Ann, they only thought that for a witch. And I be certain, there'll be no element of witchcraft here.
No, witchcraft. Now look you, Mr. Paris.
Thomas, I pray that we not do witchcraft. For I know that you least of all, Thomas, would wish such disastrous charge be laid upon him. He must not lead to witchcraft. For they will howl me out of Salem for such corruption in my house.
Now look you, Mr. Paris. I have taken your part in all contention here. And I would continue, but I cannot if you hold back on this. There are hurtful, vengeful spirits laying hands on these children.
But Thomas, you cannot.
Anne, tell Mr. Paris what you've done.
Mr. Paris, I have laid 7 babies unbaptized in the earth. And believe me, sir, you never saw their hardy babies born. Yet each would wither in my arms the very night of their birth. I spoke nothing but my hardest planned intimations. And now I see my Ruth, my only, a secret child she has become this past year, shrivels like a sucking mouth for pulling the life out of her. So I thought to send her to Tituba.
To Tituba? What made Tituba?
Tituba knows how to speak to the dead, Mr. Paris.
Now, goody Ann, it's a formidable sin to conjure up the dead.
I take it upon my soul. But who else may tell us a person murdered my babies?
Woman!
They were murdered, Mr. Paris, and mark this proof. Mark it. Last night my Ruth were ever so close to our little spirits. I know it, for how else is her mouth struck now except some power of darkness would stop it. It is a marvelous sign, Mr. Paris.
Don't you understand it, sir? There is a murdering witch among us, bound to keep herself in the dark. Let your enemies think of it what they will. You cannot blink it more.
So you were conjuring spirits last night?
Not I, sir, not I. Tituba and Ruth.
Now I'm undone.
You are not undone. Let you take hold here. Wait for no one to charge you. Declare it yourself. You have discovered witchcraft.
In my house, Thomas, they will topple me with this. They'll make it.
Your pardons. I only thought to see how Betty was.
Why aren't you home? Who's with Ruth?
Her grandma come. She's improved a little, I think. She gave a powerful sneeze before.
There's a sign of life.
But he couldn't have fear no more. It were a grand sneeze. Another like it will shake her wits together, I'm sure.
Will you leave me now, Thomas? I would like to pray while alone.
Uncle, you've prayed since midnight. Why do you not go down?
No. I'll wait till Mr. Hale arrives.
Now look you, sir. Let you strike out against the devil, and the village will bless you for it. Come down, speak with them, pray with them. They're thirsting for your word, mister. Surely you'll pray with them.
I have no stomach for disputation this morning. I will lead them in a song, but let you say nothing of witchcraft. For I will not discuss it, the cause is yet unknown. I've had enough contention since I came. I want no more.
Mercy, go home to Ruth. Do you hear? I'm up.
She starts through the window. Cry for me at once.
Yes, Uncle.
There's a terrible power in her arms today.
How is Ruth sick? It's weirdish, I know not. She walks like a dead one since last night.
Betty. Now stop this, Betty. Sit up now. Have you tried beating her?
I gave Ruth a good one, but wait for her a moment. Here, let me have it.
No, she'll be coming up. Now look you, if they be questioning us, you tell them we danced. I told them as much already.
What more?
He saw you naked.
Oh, Jesus.
What will we do? The whole village is out.
What do we do?
Everything. I just come from the farm. The whole county's talking witchcraft. They be calling us witches, Abby.
They be calling us witches, Abby. She needs to tell. I know it.
You've got to tell. Witchery's a hanging air like they done in Boston 2 years ago. If you tell the truth, you won't be whipped for dancing and other things. Oh, we'll be whipped. I never done none of it. I only look.
Oh, you're great when we're looking. Aren't you Mary Warren?
Betty? Now, Betty, can you wake up now? It's Abigail. I talked to your papa and I told him everything. There's nothing to...
I want my mom.
What ails you, Betty? Your mom's dead and buried.
A fly, Mama. Let me fly.
I told him everything. He knows now. He knows everything.
Whatever you drank, fly.
You'll never say that again. You'll never.
But you did. You did. You drank a charm to kill John Proctor's wife. You drank a charm to kill Betty Proctor.
Shut it now. Shut it. Now look, you. All of you. We danced. And Tituba conjured Ruth Putnam's dead sisters. And that is all. And mark this, let either of you breathe a word or the edge of a word about the other things. And I will come to you in the black of some terrible night, and I will bring with me a pointed reckoning that will show you. And you know that I can do it. I saw Indians smash my dear parents' head on the pillow next to mine, and I've seen some reddish work done at night. And I can make you wish you never saw the sun go down. Now you, sit up and stop this.
With God, or she's gonna die! It's a Sydney conjure!
I said shut it, Mary Warren!
How is this going home, Mr. Proctor?
You foolish, Mary Warren? Be you deaf? I forbid you leave the house, did I not? Why shall I pay you? I'm looking for you more often than my cows.
I'm just here to see the good doings in the world.
I'll show you a great doing on your arse one of these days. Now get you home. My wife's waiting with your work.
I'd best be off. I have my roof to watch. Morning, Mr. Proctor.
She's only gone silly somehow. She'll come out.
So she flies, eh? Where are her wings?
Oh, John, sure you're not believing she flies.
The road past my house is a pilgrimage to Salem all morning. Town's mumbling witchcraft.
Oh, posh. We were dancing in the woods last night. My uncle left in on us. She took fright as a...
Dancing by moonlight. You'll be clapped in the stocks before you're 20.
Give me a word, John. A soft word.
No. No, I'm not comfortable.
You come 5 miles to see a silly girl fly? I know you better.
Come to see what Mr. Fiongo's brewing. Put it out of mind, Abby.
John, I'm waiting for you every night.
Not be coming for you more, Abby. You'll put it out of mind.
Surely you're sporting me.
You know me better.
I know how you clutched my back behind your house and sweated like a stallion whenever I came near. I saw your face when she put me out. You loved me then, and you do now.
Abby, that's a wild thing to say.
A wild thing may say wild things. I have seen you since you put me out. I have seen you nights.
Oh, you stepped off my farm in 7 months.
I have a sense for heat, John, and yours draws me to my window. Do tell me you've never looked up at my window?
Perhaps I have.
I know you, John. I know you. I cannot sleep or dream, and I cannot dream, but I wake and walk about the house as though I'd find you coming through some door.
Child.
How do you call me a child?
Abby, I may think of you softly from time to time. I'll cut off my hand before I'll reach for you again. You'll wipe it out of mind, Abby. We never touched.
I wouldn't dare.
We did not.
Oh, I marvel how such a strong man you let such a sickly white...
You speak nothing of it.
She's blackening my name in the village. She's telling lies about me. She's a cold, sniveling woman, and you bend to her. Let her turn you like
You look for a whipping.
I look for John Proctor, who put knowledge in my heart. I never knew what pretense Salem was. I never knew the lying lessons I was taught by these Christian women and their covenanted men. And now you bid me tear the light out of my eyes? I will not, I cannot. You love me, John Proctor, and whatever sin it is, you love me yet. Oh, John, pity me. Pity me. Bless the Lord at all times.
What's that? Make her stop, though. What's wrong with her?
What happened? What are you doing to her?
She heard him singing, suddenly she stopped and screaming. Psalm, she cannot marry in the name of the Lord.
Oh, God forbid.
Mark it for a sign, mark it.
That's a notorious sign of witchcraft to put, a prodigious sign!
My mother told me that. They cannot...
Rebecca, help her, we're lost. She suddenly cannot bear to hear the Lord's name. There is a hard sickness here, Charles Corey, so please to keep quiet.
I've not said a word. No one here can testify I've said a word. Is she going to fly? I hear she flies.
Man, be quiet now!
What have you done? Pray, calm yourselves. I have 11 children, and I am 26 times a grandma, and I have seen them all through their silly seasons. And when it come on them, they will run the double bow-legged, keeping up with their mischief. I think she'll wake when she tires of it. A child's spirit is like a child. You cannot catch it by running after it. You must stand still. And for love, it will soon itself come back.
Aye, that's the truth of it, Rebecca.
This is no silly season, Rebecca. My Ruth is bewildered, Rebecca. She cannot eat.
Perhaps she is not suffered yet. Mr. Paris, I hope you are not decided to go in search of loose spirits. I took Thomas outside.
A wide opinions running in the parish that the devil may be among us. And I would satisfy them that they're wrong.
Why don't you come out and call them wrong? Are you our minister or Mr. Head? Did you consult the wardens of the church before you called this minister here to look for devils?
He's not coming to look for devils.
And what's he coming for?
There be children dying in the village,
I've
mister!
seen none dying.
Pray, John, be calm. Mr. Paris, I think you'd best send Reverend Hale back as soon as he comes. This will set us all to arguing again in the society, and we thought to have peace this year. I think we ought to rely on Dr. Briggs now, and good prayer.
The doctor's baffled, Rebecca.
If so he is, then let us go to God for the cause of
ourselves. I am one of 9 sons. The Putnams need have peopled this province. And yet I have but one child left of 8. And now she shrivels!
I cannot fathom that.
You think it's God's work that you should never lose a child, nor a grandchild either, and I bury all but one?
When Reverend Hale comes, you will proceed to look for signs of witchcraft here.
You cannot command Mr. Paris. We vote by name in the society, not by age.
I never heard you worried so in this society, Mr. Proctor. I do not think I have seen you at Sabbath meeting since snow flew.
Trouble enough about I come 5 miles here and preach only hellfire, blood, and damnation. Many others who stay away from the church these days because he hardly ever mentioned God.
Why, that's a drastic charge.
It's somewhat true. There are many that quail to bring their children.
I do not speak for the children, Rebecca, for it is not the children who are unmindful of their obligations toward this ministry. Where is my wood? My contract provides that we supply with all my firewood. I've been waiting since November for a stick, and even in November, I had to show my frostbitten hands like some London beggar.
You are allowed 6 pounds a year to buy your wood, Mr. Paris.
I am paid little enough, but that I spend £6 a year on firewood. I'm not some preaching farmer with a book under my arm. I'm a graduate of Harvard College.
I am well instructed in mathematics.
Mr. Corey, you look far for a man of my kind at £60 a year. I am not used to this poverty. Left a thrifty business in Barbados to serve the Lord. I do not fathom it. I don't know why I'm persecuted here. I'll not be offered one proposition without there be a howling riot of argument. Often wondered if the devil be in it somewhere. Can't understand you people otherwise.
Mr. Paris, you are the first minister ever to demand the deed to this house.
I am your 3rd preacher in 7 years. I do not wish to be put out like a cat whenever some majority feels the wind. You people seem not to comprehend that the minister is the Lord's man in the parish. The minister is not to be so lightly crossed and contradicted. There'll either be obedience or this church will burn like the hell is burning.
Can you speak 1 minute without we land in hell again? I'm sick of hell.
It is not for you to decide what is good for you to hear.
You speak my heart, I think.
What? Are we Quakers? We are not Quakers here yet, Mr. Proctor. And tell that to your followers.
My followers?
There is a party in this church. I'm not blind. It's a faction and a party.
Against you.
Against him in all authority.
Then I must find it and join you.
He does not mean that.
I mean it solemnly, Rebecca. Like not the smell of this authority. I have a crop to sow and lumber to drag home. What say you, Giles? Let's find that party. It says there's a party.
I've changed my opinion of this man. Mr. Paris, I beg your pardon. I never knew you had so much iron.
Why, thank you, Giles.
It suggests to mind what the trouble be among us all is. You'd think on it. Wherefore is everybody suing everybody else? I've been in court 6 times this year.
Giles, it's the devil's fault a man cannot say good morning without you clapping him for defamation. You're old and you're not hearing as well as you did.
John Proctor, I only last month collected £4 damages for you publicly saying I burned the roof off your
I
house.
never said no such thing, but I paid you for it. So I hope I can call you deaf without charge. Come on, Giles, let me drag my lumber.
I'll be damned first.
A moment, Mr. Proctor. What lumber is that you're dragging home, if I may ask you?
My lumber from out my forest by the riverside?
Why, we've surely gone wild this year. What anarchy is this? That tract is in my bounds. It's in my bounds, Mr. Proctor.
In your bounds? How about that check from Goody Nurse's husband 5 months ago?
He had no right to sell it. It stands clear my grandfather's will that all the land between the
Your
river...
grandfather always had a habit of willing off land that never belonged to him, if I may say it plain.
That's God's truth. He nearly willed away my north pasture, but he knew I'd break his fingers before he set his pen to it. Come on, John, let's get your lumber home. I feel a sudden will to work.
You load one oak of mine and you'll fight to drag it home.
Aye, and we'll win too, partner. This fool and I. Come on.
I'll have my mitt on you, Corey. I'll clap a writ on you. Pray, somebody take these.
Mr. Hale, it's good to see you again. My eyes also heavy.
They must be. They are weighted with authority.
Well, you do come prepared.
We shall need hard study if it comes to tracking down the old boy. You cannot be Rebecca Paris.
I am, sir. Do you know me?
It is strange how I knew you, but I suppose you look as such a good soul should. We have all heard of your great charity and level.
Do you know this gentleman, Mr. Thomas Putnam and his wife Anne?
Putnam? Why, I had not expected such distinguished company, sir.
It does not seem to help us today, Mr. Hale. We looked here to come to our house and save our child.
Your child ails too?
Her
soul seems blown away. She sleeps and yet she walks.
She cannot eat.
Cannot eat? Do you men also have afflicted children?
No, these are farmers, Mr. John Proctor.
He don't believe in witches.
I never spoke of one way on witches. Come on, Giles, help me drag my
No, John, I think not. I have some few strange questions from my own master's daughter.
Heard you'd be a sensible man, Mr. Hill. Hope you'll leave some of it in sailing.
Will you look at my daughter, sir? She tried to leap out the window. We discovered her this morning on the high road, waving her arms as though she could fly.
Tries to fly.
She cannot bear to hear the Lord's name, Mr. Hale. That's a sure sign of witchcraft afloat.
No. Now let me instruct you. We cannot look to superstition in this. The devil is precise. His signs are as definite as stone, and we must look only for his proper signs and judge nothing beforehand. And I must tell you all that I shall not proceed unless you are prepared to believe me if I should find no trace of Helen.
It is agreed, sir. It is agreed. We'll abide by your judgment.
Good then. What were your first signs of this strangeness?
Well, sir, I discovered her, my niece Abigail, and 2 or 3 other girls dancing in the forest.
You permit dancing?
No, it was secret.
Mr. Paris' slave has knowledge of conjuring, sir.
We cannot be sure of that, Goody Ann.
I know it. I sent my brood. She should learn from Tituba who murdered her sisters.
Goody Ann, you sent a child to conjure up the dead?
Let God blame me, not you, Rebecca Nurse. I'll not have you judging me anymore. Mr. Hale, is it a natural work to keep 7 children before they live a day?
Shh.
7 dead in childbirth?
Aye.
What book is that, sir?
What's there?
Here is all the invisible world, caught, defined, and calculated. In this book, the devil stands stripped of all his disguises. Here are all your familiar spirits. Your incubi, your succubi, your witches that go by land, by sea, by air. Your wizards of the night and of the day. Have no fear now. We shall track him down if he has come among us, and I mean to crush him utterly if he has shown his face.
Will it hurt the child, sir?
I cannot tell. If she is truly in the devil's grip, we may have to rip and tear to get her free.
I think I'll go then. I am too old for this.
Rebecca, we may open up the boil of all our troubles today.
Let us hope for that. I go to God for you, sir.
I hope you do not mean we go to Satan here.
I wish I did.
Come, Mr. Hale. Let's get on. Sit you here.
Now, Mr. Hale, I have always wanted to ask a learned man, what signifies the reading of strange books? What books? I cannot tell. She hides them. Who does this? Martha, my wife. I've waked at night many times, found her sitting in the corner reading a book. What made you of that?
That's not necessary.
It discomforts me, sir. Like this last night, I tried and tried, but could not say my prayers. Then she closed her book and walks out of the house. Then suddenly, Marcus, I could pray again.
Ah, the stoppage of prayer. That is strange. I should like to speak further on that.
I am not saying she's touched the devil, but I wouldn't mind to know what's in those books she reads and why she hides them. She'll not answer me, you see.
I will discuss it. Now, mark me. If the devil is truly in her, we shall witness some frightful wonders in this room. So please to keep your wits about you. Mr. Putnam, stand close in case she flies. Betty, dear, will you sit up? Can you hear me? I'm John Hale, minister of Beverly. I've come to help you, dear. Do you remember my 2 little girls in Beverly?
How can it be the devil? Why would he choose my house to strike?
What victory would the devil have to win a soul already had? It is the best the devil wants. And who is better than the minister?
That's deep, Mr. Ferris. Deep.
Does someone afflict you, child? It need not be a woman, mind you, or a man. Perhaps some bird, invisible to others, comes to you. Perhaps a pig, or any beast at all. Is there some figure bid you fly? In nomine Domini Sabaoth, sui filique vitae infernus. Abigail, what sort of dancing were you doing with her?
Why, common dancing is all.
Sir, I think I should say that I discovered a kettle lying in the grass where they were dancing.
That were only soup.
Soup? What sort of soup were in this kettle, Abigail?
Why, it were beans and lentils. I
Mr.
think.
Parrish, you did not notice, did you, any living thing in the kettle? A mouse, perhaps? A spider? A frog?
That frog jumped in. We never put it in.
A frog, Abby?
We never put it in.
Abigail, it could be your cousin is dying. Did you call the devil last night?
I never called him. Tituba called him.
She called the devil?
I should like to speak with Tituba.
Goody Ann, will you bring her up?
How did she call him?
I know not. She spoke Barbados.
When she called him, did you feel any sudden strangeness? A cold wind, perhaps? A trembling beneath the ground?
I never saw no devil. Betty, wake up.
Abigail, you cannot have me. Did your cousin drink of the brew in that kettle?
She never drank.
Did you drink it?
No, sir.
Did Tituba ask you to drink it?
She tried, but I refused.
Why are you concealing? Have you sold yourself to Lucifer?
I never sold myself. I'm a good girl. I did drink from the kettle. She made me do it. She made Betty do it. Abby! She makes me drink blood.
Blood?
My baby's blood?
No, chicken blood. I gave you chicken blood.
Woman, have you enlisted these children for the devil?
No, sir, I don't track with the devil.
Why can she not wait? Are you silencing this child?
I love you, Betty.
You have set your soul out upon these children, have you not? Have you sent yourself to Lucifer?
She sent her spirit on me in church. She makes me laugh at prayer.
She have often laughed in prayer.
She comes to me to go drink blood.
You begged me to count her, Abby. She begged me to make charge.
I'll tell you something. She comes to me while I sleep. She's always making me drink corruptions.
Abby!
Sometimes I wake, find myself standing in the doorway, not a stitch on my body. I always hear her laughing in my sleep. I hear her singing her Barbados songs and tempting
Teach him I want to win this
I
child!
have no power on this child.
You most certainly do, and you will lose her from it now! When did you compact with the devil?
I don't compact with no devil.
You will confess yourself or I will whip you to your death, Tituba.
This woman must be hanged! She must be taken in hand!
No, don't hate Tituba. I tell him I don't desire to work for him, sir.
Who, the devil? Now, Tituba, I know that when we bind ourselves to hell, it is difficult to break with it entirely. But we're going to help you tear yourself free. You would be a good Christian woman, would you not?
I used to be a good Christian woman.
And you love these little children.
Oh, yes, sir. I don't desire to hurt these children.
And you love God, Tituba?
I love God with all my being.
Then in God's holy name,
Bless him,
and to his glory,
eternal glory. Bless him, bless God.
open yourself, Tituba. Open yourself and let God's holy light shine on you.
Bless the Lord.
When the devil comes to you, does he ever come with another person? Perhaps someone from the village?
Who came with him?
Sarah Good. Did you ever see Sarah Good with him? Or Osborne?
Was it a man or a woman came with him?
Was woman.
What woman?
It
A
was-
woman, you said, what woman?
It was black, dark, and I...
You could see him. Why could you not see her?
Well, they was always talking, and they was always running around and carrying on.
Out of Salem. Salem witches.
I believe so, yes, sir.
Tituba, you must have no fear to give us the names. Do you understand? We'll protect you. The devil can never overcome a minister. You know that, do you not?
I sure, oh, I do.
You have confessed yourself to witchcraft. And then speak a wish to come to heaven's side. And we will bless you, Tituba.
Oh, God bless you, Mr. Hill.
You are God's instrument, put in our hands to help us discover the devil's agents among us. You are selected, Tituba. You are chosen to help us cleanse our village. So speak utterly and turn your back on him. Face God, Tituba. Face God, and God will protect you.
Oh, God protect Tituba.
Who came to you with the devil? 2, 3, 4, how many?
There was four. There was four.
Who? Their names. Their names.
Oh, how many times did we need to kill you, Mr. Paris?
Kill me?
He said Mr. Paris must be killed. Mr. Paris was a good man. Mr. Paris mean man. No gentleman. And he made me rise out of my bed and cut your throat. But I tell him no. I don't hate that man. I don't want to kill that man. But he said, you work for me, Tituba, and I make you free. I give you pretty dress to wear, and I put you high in the air, and you're going to fly back to Barbados. And I say, you lie, Captain, you lie. And then one stormy night, you come to me, and he say, look, I have white people that belong to me. And I look, and there was Goody Good.
Sarah Good?
I sir, Goody Osborne.
I knew it. Goody Osborne midwife to me 3 times. I begged you, Thomas, did I not? I begged you not to bring Goody Osborne because I feared her. My baby's always shriveled in her hands.
Take courage, Tituba. You must give us all their names. Look at these little children. They're God-given innocents. Their souls are so tender, we must protect them. The devil is out and preying on them like a beast upon the flesh of the pure lamb. God will bless you for your...
I want to open myself. I want the light of God, the sweet love of Jesus. I danced for the devil. I saw him. I wrote his book. I go back to God. I kiss his hand. I saw Sarah Good with the devil. I saw Goody Osborne with the devil. I saw Bridget Bishop with the devil.
I saw George Jacobs with the devil. I saw Goody Howe with the devil.
She speaks! She speaks!
Glory to God, it is broken. They are free.
I saw Martha Bellows with the devil.
I saw Goody Simmer with the
The
devil.
marshal! I'll get the marshal! Let the marshal bring irons!
I saw Liz Barrow with the devil.
I saw Mary Sibley with the devil.
I saw Goody Pike with the devil.
I saw Ann Emerson with the devil.
I saw Goody Hawkins with the
I saw
devil.
Timothy Hatherley with the
I
devil.
saw Mr. Barton with the devil.
I saw John Lyman with the devil.
I saw Goody Cobb with the devil.
I saw Goody Winslow with the devil.
I saw Goody Franklin with the
I
devil.
saw Goody Brewster with the devil. I saw Goody Hopper with the devil.
I saw Goody Winthrop with the
I
devil.
saw Goody Erickson with the devil. I saw Sarah Cloyce.
What keeps you so late? It's almost dark.
I'm heading far out to the forest edge.
Oh, you're done then?
I'm seated. The boys asleep?
They will be soon.
And now for a fair summer. Are you well today?
I am. It is rapid.
Oh, is it? Jonathan's trap?
No, she come in the house this afternoon. I found her sitting in the corner like she'd come to visit.
That's a good sign walking in.
Pray God, it hurt my heart to strip her. Poor rabbit.
It's well seasoned.
Took great care. She's tender.
Aye. I think we'll see green fields soon. It's warm as blood beneath the clouds.
That's Rouse.
Cobb's good. I'll buy George Jacobs' heifer. Will that please you?
Aye, it would.
Means to please you, Elizabeth.
I know, John.
Cider?
Aye.
This farm's a continent when you go foot by foot dropping seeds in it.
It must.
Sunday, let you come with me. We'll walk the farm together. You'll never see such a load of flowers on the earth. Massachusetts is a beauty in spring.
Aye, it is.
I think you're sad again. Are you?
Come so late. I thought you'd gone to Salem this afternoon.
Why? I have no business in Salem.
You did speak of going earlier this week.
Thought better of it since.
Mary Warren's there today.
Why'd you let her? You heard me forbid her to go to Salem anymore.
I couldn't stop her.
It's a fault. There's a fault, Elizabeth. You are the mistress here, not Mary Warren.
She frightened all my strength away.
How made that mouse frighten you?
It is no mouse no more. I forbid her to go to Salem, and she rises up her chin to me, like the daughter of a prince, and says, I must go to Salem, Goody Proctor. I'm an official of the court.
What court?
Aye, it is a proper court they have now. They've sent for 4 judges out of Boston, she says. Lady magistrates of the general court. And at the head, deputy governor of the province.
She's mad.
I would to God she were. There'll be 14 people in jail now, she says. They will be tried, and the court has the power to hang them, too.
They never hang.
Deputy governor promises hanging if they'll not confess, John. Town's gone wild, I think. Mary Warren speaks of Abigail as though she's a saint to hear her. She brings the other girls into the court. Where she walks, the crowd will part like the sea for Israel. Folks are up before them, and if Abigail scream and howl and fall to the floor, to be clapped in jail to be witching her.
It's a black mischief.
I think you must go to Salem, John. I think so. You must tell them it's a fraud.
Aye, it is. It is surely.
Let you go to Ezekiel Cheever? He knows you well. Tell him what she said to you last week at her uncle's house. She said it had not to do with witchcraft, did she not?
Aye, she did.
God forbid that you hold that from the court, John. I think they must be told.
Aye, they must. It's a wonder they do believe her.
I would go to Salem now, John. Let you go tonight?
I'll think on it.
You can't keep it, John.
No, I cannot keep it. I say I will think on it.
Good then, let you think on it.
Only wondering how I can prove what she told me, Elizabeth. The girl's a saint now. I think it neither is a proof she's a fraud. Tom's gone silly. She told me in a room alone. I have no proof of it.
You were alone with her?
For a moment alone, I.
Then it is not as you told
For a moment, I say. The others come in soon after.
Do as you wish then.
Woman, I'll not have your suspicion anymore.
I have no.
I'll not have it.
Then let you not earn it.
You doubt me yet?
John, if it were not Abigail you were going to hurt, would you falter now?
Now look you.
I see what I see, John.
You will not judge me more, Elizabeth. I have good reason to think before I charge fraud on Abigail, and I will believe that. Let you look to your own improvement before you go to judge your husband anymore. I forgot Abigail.
And I.
Spare me. You forget nothing and you forgive them. I'm charity. I've been on tiptoe in this house all the 7 months since she is gone. I've not moved from there to there without, I think, to please you, and still an everlasting funeral marches round your heart. I speak, but I am doubted every moment judged for lies, as though I come into a court when I come into this house.
John, you are not open with me. You say you saw her
I'll
with a
blame my
crowd.
honesty no more, Elizabeth.
John, I am
No
open.
more! I should have roared you down when you first told me of your suspicion. But I will, like a Christian, confess. I will plead my honesty no more, Elizabeth. Some dream I had must have mistaken you for God that day. But you're not, Elizabeth. You're not. But you'll sometimes look for the goodness in me and judge me not.
I do not judge you. The magistrate sits in your heart, which judges you. I never thought you but a good man, John, only somewhat bewildered.
Oh, Elizabeth, your justice would freeze beer. How do you go to Salem when I forbid it? Do you mock me? I'll whip you if you leave this house again.
I'm sick, Mr. Proctor. Pray hurt me not. My insides are all shuddering. Been in proceedings all day, sir.
And what are the proceedings here? When will you proceed to keep this house that you are paid £9 a year to do? My wife not holding well.
I made it good for you, Goody Proctor. Had to sit long hour in court. Half the time was sewing.
Why, it is a fair puppet. Thank you.
We must all love each other now.
Yes, indeed we must.
I'll get up early in the morning and clean the house. I must go to sleep now.
Mary, is it true there be 14 women arrested?
No, there'll be 39 now.
Why, she's weeping. What ails you, child?
Goody Osborne will hang.
Hang.
I.
The deputy governor will permit it?
He sentenced her, he must. But not Sarah Good, for Sarah Good confessed, you see.
Confess to what?
She made a compact with Lucifer. She bound herself to him. And she signed her name in his black book. And bound herself to torment Christians until God is struck down, who shall all worship hell forevermore.
Surely you know what a jabber she is. Did you tell them that?
Mr. Proctor, in open court, she near choked us all to death.
How choked you?
She sent her spirit out.
Why, Mary, surely you can't believe it.
Many times she tried to kill me, Goody Proctor.
Why, I never heard you mention that before.
Never knew it before. Never knew anything before. When she came to the court, I say to myself, I must not harm this woman, for she is old and poor and sleeps in ditches. But when she sits there, denying and denying, all of a sudden, I feel a misty coldness climbing up my back, and I have a clamp around my neck, and I cannot breathe air. And then I hear a voice, a screaming voice, and it is my voice. And all of a sudden, I remember everything she ever done to me.
Why? What did she do to you?
Mr. Proctor, many times she come to this house begging for food and cider. And mark this. Whenever I send her away, she mumbled.
Mumble? Why, she may mumble hungry.
Well, what does she mumble? You remember Goody Proctor? A month ago, Monday, I think, when she walked away, I felt my gut would burst for 2 days after.
Why, I do, I think.
And I told this to Judge Hawthorne. He says to her, why, Goody Good, he says, what curse do you mumble to make this girl fall down sick? And then she replies, why, no curse at all. All I say is my commandments. I hope to say my commandments, says she.
That's an upright answer.
Aye, but Judge Hawthorne says, recite for us your commandments. And of all 10 commandments, she cannot say one. She knew no commandments. They had her to flat lie.
So condemned her?
They must condemn her as she condemned herself.
But the proof, Mary, the proof.
I told you the proof. It's hard as rock, the judges said.
You will not go to that court again, Mary Warren.
I must say, I'll be gone every day now. I'm amazed you do not see the weighty work we do.
What work you do? Strange work for Christian girls to hang old women.
They will not hang if they confess. Sarah Good will only sit in jail for some time. And mark this. Goody Good is pregnant.
Pregnant? Are they mad? The woman's near 60.
They had Dr. Grimm's examine her. She spoils the brim, he says. Smoking a pipe after all these years. No husband either. But she'll be saved, thank God. But we will not harm the innocent child. Is that not a marvel? So I'll be gone every day now. I hope you don't think all official, I'm official of the court, they say.
All official, you!
I will not stand your whippings no more. The devil's loose and sail with discover where it's hiding.
I'll whip the devil out of you!
I saved your life today.
I am accused?
You're somewhat mentioned.
Who accused me?
I am bound by law. I cannot tell. So, I do hope you speak more civilly to me. Poor Jackson, the king's deputy, sat with dinner with us tonight. I do hope you speak more civilly to me.
Go to bed.
I will not have you order me to bed no more, Mr. Proctor. I am 18 and a woman, however single.
If you wish to sit up, then sit up.
I wish to go to bed.
Good night, then.
Good night.
Oh, the news is up!
There will be no news.
She wants me dead, John. I knew a week it would come to this.
They dismissed it. You heard her say.
And what if tomorrow she will cry me out until they take me? She wants me dead, John, and you know it.
It must be wise, Elizabeth.
Oh, indeed, indeed.
Fear nothing. I'll find Ezekiel Cheever. I'll tell him that we're all sport.
John, with so many in jail, more than that is needed now, I think. Would you favor me with this? Go to Abigail.
If I just say to Abigail,
John, grant me this. You have a faulty understanding of young girls. There is a promise made in any bed.
what promise?
Spoke or silent, a promise is surely made. She may dote on it now, and I am sure she does, and thinks to kill me and then take my place. It is her dearest hope, John. There be 1,000 names. Why does she call mine? I am no goody-good who sleeps in ditches, nor Osborne, drunk and half-witted. There be a certain danger in calling out such a name. She dare not call out a farmer's wife without there be a monstrous profit in it. She thinks to take my place, John.
No, she cannot think it.
John, have you ever shown her somewhat of contempt? She cannot pass you in church, but you will blush.
I may blush for my sin.
I think she sees another meaning in that blush.
And what see you, Elizabeth? What see you?
I think you are ashamed, for I am there and she's so close.
Woman, when will you know me? My stone I would have cracked for shame to set one.
Then go to her and tell her she's a whore. Whatever promise she may sense, break it, John, break it.
Good, then I'll go.
Oh, how unwillingly.
I'll curse her hotter than the oldest sinner, and how fear not. But pray, begrudge me not my anger.
Your anger, I only ask you.
Do you truly think me base? Am I so base?
I never called you base.
Then how do you charge me with such a promise? The promise of standing gives a mare I gave that girl.
Then why do you anger with me when I bid you break it?
Because it speaks deceit, and I am honest. See, now that your spirit twists around the single error in my life, I will never tear it free.
You'll tear it free when you come to know that I will be your only wife, or no wife at all. She hasn't erred on you yet, John Proctor, and you know it well.
Good evening.
Mr. Hale. Good evening to you, sir.
I hope I do not startle you.
No, it's just that I heard my horse.
You are Goodwife Proctor?
Hi, Elizabeth.
I hope you're not off to bed just yet.
No, we're just not used to visitors after dark, but you're welcome here, Mr. Hale. Will you sit?
I will. Let you sit, Goodwife Proctor.
Will you drink cider, Mr. Hale?
No, it rebels my stomach, and I have some further traveling yet tonight. Let you sit, sir. I will not keep you long, but I do have some business with you.
Business of the court.
No, I come of my own, without the court's authority. I know not if you are aware, but your wife's name is mentioned in the court.
You know it, sir. Our Mary Warren told us. We are entirely amazed.
I am a stranger here, as you know, and in my ignorance, I find it hard to draw a clear opinion of those that come accused before the court. And so this afternoon, and now tonight, I go from house to house. I come down from Rebecca.
Rebecca's charged?
God forbid such a one be charged. She is, however, mentioned somewhat.
You will never believe, I hope, that Rebecca would ever traffic with the devil.
Woman, it is possible.
Surely you can't think so.
These are strange times, sir. No man may longer doubt that the powers of the dark are gathered in monstrous attack upon this village. There's too much evidence now to deny. You will agree, sir?
I have no knowledge on that line. It's hard to believe so pious a woman would be secretly a devil's bitch after 7 years such good prayer.
Ah, but the devil is a wily one. You cannot deny it. But she is far from accused, and I know she will not be. I thought, sir, to put some
questions as to the Christian character of this house, if you'll permit me.
We have no fair questions here, Mr. Hill.
Good then. I note that in the record book that Mr. Paris keeps, that you are rarely in church on Saturday.
No, sir, you are mistaken.
Only 26 times in 17 months. I must call that rare.
Mr. Hale, I never knew I must account to that man when I come to church or stay at home. My wife was sick this week.
So I'm told. But you, sir, why could you not come alone?
Surely did when I could, when I could not. I prayed in his house.
Your house is not a church, sir. Your theology must tell you that.
It does. It tells me a minister may pray to God without he have golden candlesticks upon the altar.
What golden candlesticks?
Since we built the church, we had pewter candlesticks upon the altar. Francis Nurse made them, you know, and never had such a sweeter hand touch the metal. Paris came and preached nothing but golden candlesticks for 20 weeks until he had them. I labored the earth from dawn to blink of night. When I looked to heaven and see my money glaring at his elbows, it hurt my prayer, sir. My prayer. I think sometimes the man dreams cathedrals, not clapboard meeting houses.
And yet, a Christian on Sabbath day must be in church, sir. Tell me, you have 3 children?
Aye, boys.
How come it that only 2 are baptized?
I could not that Mr. Parrish should lay his hand upon my baby. I see no light of God in that man. I'll not conceal it.
I must tell you, Mr. Proctor, that is not for you to decide. The man is ordained a minister, therefore the life of God is in him.
What's your suspicion here, Mr.
No, I have
I
no-
hung the roof on the church. I hung the door.
Did you then? That's a good sign.
Maybe we've been too quick to bring the man to book, but you cannot think we ever desired the destruction of religion. I think that's in your mind, is it not?
There's a softness in your records, sir, softness.
I think we have been too hard on Mr. Paris. I think so, but sure we never loved the devil here.
Do you know your commandments, Elizabeth?
I surely do. There be no mark of blame upon my life, Mr. Hale. I am a covenanted Christian woman.
And you, sir?
I'm sure I do.
Let you repeat them, if you will.
Commandments.
Aye.
Thou shalt not kill.
Aye.
Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's goods, nor make unto thee any graven image. Thou shalt not take the Lord's name in vain. Thou shalt honor thy father and mother. Thou shalt remember the Sabbath day and keep it holy. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not bear false witness. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's goods.
You have said that twice, sir.
Aye.
Adultery, John.
Aye. See, between the two of us, we know them all. Think but a small fault.
Theology, sir, is a fortress. No crack in a fortress may be counted small.
Mr. Hale, it's a Christian house, sir. There's no love for Satan here.
I pray it. I pray it dearly. I'll bid you good night, then.
I do think you are suspecting me somewhat, are you not, Mr. Hale?
Goody Proctor, I do not judge you. My duty is to add what I may to the godly wisdom of the court.
I think you must tell him, John.
What's that?
Will you tell him?
I have no witnesses and cannot prove it except my word be taken. And I know the girl's sickness had naught to do with witchcraft.
Not to
They
do.
were discovered in the woods sporting by Mr. Paris. They were startled and took sick, so.
Who told you this?
Abigail Williams, sir.
Abigail Williams said it had naught to do with witchcraft.
She told me the day you came, sir.
Why have you kept this?
Did not know until tonight the world had gone so daft with this nonsense.
Nonsense? Sir, I myself have examined Tituba, Sarah Good, and numerous others who have confessed themselves to witchcraft. They have confessed it.
And why not? They must hang for denying it. They are them that will swear to anything before they'll hang. Did you never think of that?
I have. I have indeed. And you, sir, you would testify to this in court?
I had not reckoned with going to court, sir. If I must, I will.
Ah, you faltered there.
I falter nothing. I do wonder if my story would be credited in such a court, where such a steady-minded minister may suspicion such a woman that have never lied. She can cannot lie. The world knows she cannot. It falters somewhat. I'm no fool.
Proctor, let you open with me now, for I have heard a thing that troubles me. It is rumored that you hold no belief that there may be witches in the world. Is that true, sir?
I know now what I've said. I may have said it. I have wondered if there be witches in the world.
Then you do not believe.
The Bible speaks of witches, and I will not deny them.
And you, woman?
I cannot believe it.
You cannot?
Elizabeth, you bewilder him.
I cannot think the devil may own a woman's soul, Mr. Hale, but she is kept an upright way as I have. I am a good woman, and I know it. And if you may think that I may do only good work in this world, and yet be secretly bound to Satan, then I must tell you, sir, I do not believe it.
But you do believe
If
there
you
are...
think that I am one, I say there are none.
Surely you do not fly against the gospel.
She believed in the gospel, every word.
Question Abigail Williams about the gospel, not myself.
She did not mean to fly against the gospel, Mr. Hale. This be a Christian house, sir. A Christian house.
I pray. Let your third child be quickly baptized, and let you go each Sunday into Sabbath prayer. And keep a solemn, quiet way among you. I think...
John!
Giles, what's the matter?
They take my wife and Rebecca Nurse. John! Sheba, he come and take her in his wagon. We've just now come from jail, and they denied to let us in to see them.
They've surely gone wild now, Mr. Hale.
Reverend Hale, can you not speak to Deputy Governor? I'm sure he mistakes these people.
Pray, calm yourself, Mr. Nurse.
My wife is the very brick and mortar of the church, Mr. Hale. And Martha, Corey. There cannot be a woman closer yet to God than Martha.
What charge were brought against your wife?
For murder she's charged, for the marvelous and supernatural murder of Goody Putnam's babies. What am I to do?
Let you rest upon the justice of the court. The court will send her home, I know it.
You cannot mean she'll be tried in court.
How may such a woman murder children, Mr. Hale?
Man, remember that until an hour before the devil fell, God thought him beautiful in heaven.
I never said my wife was no witch, Mr. Hale. I only said she would read books.
What charge were brought against your wife?
That bloody mongrel Walcott charged her. See, he come to buy a pig of my wife 4 or 5 years ago, and, well, the pig died soon after. So he come dancing in for his money back. So my Martha, she says to him, Walcott, if you haven't the wit to feed a pig properly, you'll not live to own many. So he goes to that court and claims from that day to this, he cannot keep a pig alive for more than 4 weeks because my Martha bewitches them with the books.
Good evening. Good evening, you, John Proctor.
Mr. Cheever, good evening.
Good evening, all. Good evening, Mr. Hale.
Hope you come out of the business of the court.
I do, sir. I'm a clerk of the court now, you know.
It's a pity, Ezekiel, that an honest tailor might have gone to heaven. Must burn in hell. You'll burn for this. Do you know it?
I must do as I'm bid, child. Surely you know it. And it is like you not be sending me to hell. I like not the sound of it, I tell you. I like not the sound of it. Now, Proctor, I hope you remember the weight of the law which rests upon my back tonight. I have a warrant for your wife.
What say you, a warrant for my wife?
When was she charged?
I'm given 16 warrant tonight, sir. She is one.
Who charged her?
Abigail Williams charged her, sir.
Abigail? On what proof?
Mr. Proctor, the court bid me search your house, but I like not to search your house. So, will you please give me any poppets your wife may keep here?
Poppets?
I never kept no puppets, not since I were a girl.
I spy a poppet, Goody Proctor.
Oh, why this is Mary's.
Would you please give it to me?
Has the court discovered texted puppets now?
Would you please give me any others you may keep in this house?
We keep no others, nor this one till tonight. What signifies a poppet?
Why, a puppet may signify that... A puppet may signify... Now, woman, will you please come with
She
me?
will not. Fetch Mary.
No, I am forbidden to leave her from my sight.
You will leave her out of sight, not mine. Fetch Mary, Elizabeth.
Mr. Cheever, what meaning has a puppet?
Why, a puppet may signify that
What's there?
this is a needle. Willard, this is a needle.
What signifies a needle?
Why, this go hard on her, sir. The Williams girl, sir, Abigail Williams. She was sitting at dinner with the Parrises just tonight, and without word or warning, she falls to the ground like a stuck beast. She let out a wail and make a bull weep to hear. You go to her and find stuck 2 inches into her belly a needle. And when pressed about how it were put there, she claimed it was your wife's familiar spirit, but put it there.
stuck it in herself. I hope you're not taking this for proof, Mr. Hale.
'Tis hard proof, sir. I find here in your house a pocket which your wife keeps, and inside it a needle stuck. I tell you, sir, I never wanted to see such proof of the devil in my life, but I have seen
Here
it.
now, Mary. How did this poppet come into my house?
What pocket is that, sir?
This poppet. This poppet.
Why, it is mine, sir, I think.
And how did it come into this house?
I made it in court today. I gave it to Goody Bradford tonight.
Now do you have it, sir?
Mary, a needle was found stuck inside the pocket.
Well, I meant no harm by it, sir.
You stuck it in yourself?
I believe I did, sir.
Child, you are sure this be your natural memory? Could it be someone conjures you even now to say this?
Conjures me? Why, no, I'm entirely myself, I think. Ask Susanna Wildcat. She sat next to me while I made it in court. Ask Abby. She saw me making it.
Your mind is surely settled now, Mr. Hale. Bid him out.
Mary, you charge a cold and cruel murder on Abigail.
Murder? I charge no murder.
A needle were found stuck in her belly
She
tonight.
charges me? Why, the girl is murder. She must be ripped out of the world.
Ripped out of the world. You heard it, Willard. Willard, you heard it.
Out with you.
Damn it, man, you dare not go against the deputy governor's warrant.
Damn the deputy governor. Out of my house.
Damn it, man, you tore the deputy governor's warrant.
Proctor!
Get you gone with them. You're a broken minister.
Proctor, she is innocent.
If she is innocent? Why do you never wonder if Paris be innocent or Abigail? Is the accuser always holy now? Were they born this morning as clean as God's finger? I'll tell you what's walking Salem. Vengeance is walking Salem. We are what we always were in Salem, but now the crazy little children are jangling the keys of the kingdom, and common vengeance writes the laws. This warrants vengeance. I will not leave my wife to vengeance.
Go, John.
You will not go.
John, I have 9 men outside. You cannot keep her.
Will you see her taken?
But Proctor, the court is...
Pontius Pilate! God will not let you wash your hands of this.
Go, John. I must go. Mary, there is bread enough in the morning. You will bake in the afternoon. Help Mr. Proctor as though you were his daughter. You owe me that, and much more. The children may speak nothing of witchcraft. Don't frighten them.
Bring you home. Bring you soon.
Oh, John, bring me soon.
I'll fall like an ocean on that court. Fear nothing.
I will fear nothing. Tell the children I have gone to visit peace.
Damn you, Willard, I'll not have her chained. Off with them, I'll not have it. Damn it, man, I'll not have her chained.
Are you silent, minister? It is fraud! You know it is fraud! What keeps you mad?
I'll pay you, Willard. I will surely pay you.
In God's name, John, I cannot help myself. I must chain them all. I'll let you keep inside this house till I'm gone. Man, are you blind?
Mr. Proctor!
Out of my sight.
Charity, Proctor, charity. What I have heard in her favor, I will not fear to testify in court. God help me, I cannot judge her guilty nor innocent. I know not. Think only on this. The world goes mad, and it profit nothing you lay the cause to the vengeance of a little girl.
You are a coward. Though you be ordained in God's own tears, you are a coward now.
Proctor, I cannot think God be so grandly provoked by such a petty cause. The jails are packed. Our greatest judges sit in Salem, and hangings promised. Man, we must look to cause proportionate. Were there murder done in Salem, perhaps? Abomination? Some secret blasphemy that stinks to heaven. Think on cause, man, and let you help me to discover it. For there's your only way, believe it. There's your only way when such confusion strikes upon the world. Let you all counsel amongst yourselves. Think on your village and what may have drawn from heaven such a thunderous wrath upon you all. I shall pray God open up your eyes.
I never heard of murder done in Salem.
Leave me, Francis.
John, tell me, are we lost?
No, Giles. Go now.
Let you think on it then. We'll come early tomorrow, eh?
Let you come early. Go now, Giles.
Good night.
Very likely the letter from Holt must have given the proper evidence.
Coming to that court with me, Mary.
I cannot charge murder on Abigail.
You will tell it in the court. You will tell the court how this poppet come into my house and who stuck the needle in it.
I cannot. She'll kill me for saying that. She'll charge luxury on you, Mr. Proctor.
She told you.
I've known it, sir. She'll ruin you for it. I know she will.
Good. And her saintliness is done with. We'll slide together into our bed.
I cannot tell on her. I
You
cannot.
will tell it in the court, Mary. My wife will not die for me. I will bring your guts into your mouth, but that goodness will never die for
I
me.
cannot tell on her.
Make your peace. Now hell and heaven grapple on our back and all our old pretenses ripped away.
I cannot tell on her.
Peace is a providence of no great change. We are what we always were, but naked now. Aye, naked. God's icy wind will blow.
I cannot tell on her. I
Peace.
No, I cannot. I cannot.
Speak with you, Abigail. You said,
How do you come?
friend.
I don't like the woods at night. Okay, you're staying closer. I knew it must be you. From the moment the cat was on the window, before I opened up my eyes, I knew. I thought you would come a good time soon.
Thought to come many times.
Why didn't you? I'm so alone in the world now.
Are you? Told people ride 100 miles to see your face these days.
My face. Can you see my face?
Oh, then you're trouble.
Have you come to Mom?
No. No, it's just, I hear you go to the tavern every night, play the shuffleboard with the deputy governor, give you cider.
I have once or twice played a shovelboard, but I have no joy in it.
This is a surprise, Abby. I thought to find you gayer than this. The troop of boys go step by step wherever you walk these days.
Aye, they do. But I get only lewd looks from the boys.
Like that now.
I cannot bear lewd looks no more, John. My spirit's changed entirely. I ought to be giving God looks when I suffer for them as I do.
How do you suffer?
Why, look at my leg. I'm holes up and down from them damn needles and pins. That jabby white gate is not healed yet, you know.
Oh, it isn't.
I think she pricks it open again while I sleep.
Ah.
And George Jacobs comes to me again and again and raps me with his stick. Same spot every night all this week. Look at the lump I have.
Abby. George Jacobs is in the jail all this month.
Thank God he is. Bless the day he hangs and lets me sleep in peace again. Oh, John, the world's so full of hypocrites. I'm told they pray in jail. They all pray in jail.
You may not pray.
And torture me in my bed while sacred words are coming from their mouths. Oh, it will take God himself to cleanse his tongue properly.
Do you still cry out others?
If I live, if I am not murdered, I surely will, until the last hypocrite is dead.
There's no one good.
There is one. You are good.
Oh, am I? Whom I good?
You taught me goodness, therefore you are good. It were a fire you walked me through and burnt all my ignorance away. It were a fire, John, we lay in fire. And from that night no woman dare call me wicked, but I knew my answer. I used to weep for my sins when the wind lifted up my skirts, and blush for shame when some old Rebecca called me loose. And then you burned my ignorance away. Bare as some December tree I saw them, walking like saints to church, running to feed the sick, and hypocrites in their hearts. And God gave me strength to call them liars, and God made men to listen to me. And by God, I will scrub the world clean for the love of him. Oh, John, I will make you such a wife when the world is white again. You'll be amazed to see me every day, a light of heaven in your house. Why are you cold?
My wife goes to trial in the morning, Abigail.
Your wife?
Surely you knew of it.
I do remember it now. How is she well?
Well as she may be. 36 days in that place.
You said you came friendly.
My wife will not be condemned, Emily.
You brought me from my bed to speak of her.
To tell you what I will do tomorrow in the court. Not take you by surprise, but give you all good time to think on what to do to save yourself.
Save myself?
If you do not free my wife tomorrow, I'm set and bound to ruin you.
How? Ruin me?
You brought you proof and documents that you knew that Papa was none of my wife's. That you yourself bade Mary Warren stick that needle.
I bade Mary Warren?
You know what you do. You're not so mad.
Oh, hypocrites! Have you won him too? John, why do you let them send you?
I warn you.
They send you. They steal your
I
honesty.
found my honesty.
No, this is your wife pleading. Your sniveling, envious wife. This is Rebecca's voice, Martha Corey's voice. John, you are no hypocrite.
I'll make you famous for the fraud you are.
And if they ask you why Abigail would do so murderous a deed, what will you tell them?
I will tell them why.
What will you tell them? Will you confess to fornication in the court?
You will have it so I will tell them. I say I will. Can you hear? If you can hear this. You will tell the court you are blind to spirits. You cannot see them anymore, and you will never cry witchery again, or I will make you famous for the whore that you are.
Never in this world! I know you, John. You are at this moment singing silent hallelujahs that your wife will hang.
You man murders bitch!
Oh, how hard it is when pretense falls, but it falls, it falls. You have done your duty by her. I hope it is your last hypocrisy. I pray you will come again with sweeter news for me. I know that you will, now that your duty is done. Good night, John. Fear not. I will save you tomorrow. From yourself, I will save you.
Now, Mr. Corey, there's sufficient evidence in our hands to show that you have given yourself to the reading of fortunes. Do you deny it?
I am innocent to a witch. I know not what a witch is.
How do you know then that you are not a witch?
If I were, I'd know it.
What do you found these children?
I do not hurt them, I scorn it.
I have evidence for the court.
You will stay out of here.
Thomas Putnam is reaching out for land.
Remove that man, Marshal.
You're hearing lies! Lies!
Arrest him, Excellency.
They're telling lies about my wife, sir. Damn you, Willard, let me go.
Giles!
Hands off!
Pray, calm yourself a moment.
Mr. Hale, go over there and demand I speak.
A moment, sir, a moment.
I'll be hanging my wife, sir.
How do you dare come roaring into this court, Corey? Are you gone daft?
You're not a Boston judge yet, Hawthorne. You'll not call me daft.
Who is this man? Giles Corey, sir, and the more contentious.
I asked the question, and I am old enough to answer it. My name is Corey, sir, Giles Corey. I have 600 acres and timber in addition. It is my wife you be condemning now.
And how do you imagine to help her cause with such contemptuous rival? Now, be gone. Your old age alone keeps you out of jail for this.
They're telling lies about my wife, sir.
Then you take it upon yourself to decide what this court shall believe and what it shall set aside?
Your Excellency, we mean no disrespect.
Disrespect, indeed. It is disruption, mister. This is the highest court of the supreme government of this province. Do you know it?
I only said she were reading books, sir. And they come and take her out of my house.
What books? What?
She's my third wife, sir. And I never had one to be so taken in books. Do you understand? I wanted to find out why she was reading them, sir, but it was no witch I blamed her for. I wrote charity with her. I wrote charity with her.
Excellency, he claims hard evidence in his wife's defense. I think in all justice you must...
Then let him submit his evidence in proper affidavit. You are certainly aware of our procedures here, Mr. Hale. Marshal, clear this room.
We are desperate, sir. We come here 3 days now and cannot be heard.
Who is this man?
Francis Nurse, Your Excellency.
His wife Rebecca that were condemned this morning.
Indeed. I am amazed to find you in such uproar, Mr. Nurse. I have only good report of your character.
I think they should both be arrested in contempt, sir.
That you write your plea, And in due
Your
time, I will
Excellency, we have proof. For your eyes, God forbid you shut them to it. The girls, sir, the girls are frauds. This
What?
is contempt, sir, contempt. We have proof of it, sir. They are all deceiving you.
Do you know who I am, Mr. Nurse?
I surely do, sir. You must be a wise judge to be what you are.
And do you know that near to 400 are in the jails from Marblehead to Lynn, and upon my signature, and of those 72 condemned to hang, also upon my signature?
Your Excellency, I never thought to say it to such a weighty judge, but you are deceived. Mary Warren? What are you about here?
She would speak with the deputy governor.
Willard, did you not tell me Mary Warren was sick in bed?
She were, Your Honor. When I go to fetch her to the court last week, she said she was sick.
She's been striving with the soul all week, Your Honor. She comes now to tell the truth to you.
And who is this?
John Proctor, sir. Elizabeth Proctor is my wife.
Beware this man, Your Honor. This man is mischief.
I think you must hear the girl, Excellency.
Peace. What would you tell us, Mary Warren?
She never saw no spirits, sir.
Never saw no spirit?
Never.
She is signed a deposition.
No, I accept no depositions. Tell me, Mr. Proctor, have you given this story out in the village?
We have not.
They come to overthrow the court.
I pray you, Mr. Paris. Mr. Proctor, do you know that the entire contention of the state in these trials is that the voice of heaven is speaking through these children?
I know that, sir.
And you, Mary Warren, how came you to cry people out for sending their spirits against you?
Never pretend, sir.
I cannot hear you.
It were pretense, she says.
Ah, and the other girls? Susanna Walcott and the others? They are also pretending?
Aye, sir.
Indeed. Now, before I decide whether I shall hear you or not, Mr. Proctor, it is my duty to tell you this. We burn a hot fire here. It melts down all concealment. Are you certain in your conscience, mister, that your evidence is the truth?
It is, sir. You will surely know it.
I take it you came here to declare this revelation in the open court before the public?
Thought I would. Aye. With your permission.
What would be your purpose in so doing?
I would free my wife, sir.
There lurks nowhere in your heart, nor anywhere in your conscience, any desire to undermine this court?
Why, no, sir.
I tell you straight, mister, I have seen marvels in this court. I have seen people choked before my eyes by spirits. I have seen them stuck by pins and slashed by daggers. I have, until this moment, not the slightest reason to suspect the children may be deceiving me. Do you understand my
Your
meaning?
Excellency, does it not strike upon you that so many of these women have lived so long with such an upright reputation?
Do you read gospel, Mr. Proctor?
I read the gospel.
I think not. Or you would surely know that Cain were an upright man, yet he did kill Abel.
Aye. God tells us that. But who tells us Rebecca nurse murdered 7 babies by sending her spirit out? It's the children only, and this one will swear that she lied to you.
Judge Hall.
Aye, she's the one.
Mr. Proctor, this morning your wife sent me a claim in which she states that she is pregnant now.
My wife pregnant?
There be no sign. We have examined her body.
If she says she is pregnant, Your Honor, she must be. That woman will never lie, sir.
She will not.
Never, sir. Never.
Mr. Proctor, suppose I should tell you that I will let your wife be kept alive another month, and if she begin to show her natural signs will be kept yet another year until she is delivered. What say you to that? Come, man, you say your only purpose is to save your wife. Good then. She is saved at least this year, and the year is long. What say you? It is done now. Will you drop this charge?
I think I cannot, sir.
Then your purpose is somewhat larger.
You've come to overthrow the court.
These are my friends. Their wives are also...
I judge you not, sir. Come, sit you down. I am ready to hear your evidence, Mr. Proctor.
I'm not to hurt the court. I only want to free.
Marshal, please go into chambers and bid Judge Stoughton and Judge Sewell declare recess for an hour. And let them go to the tavern, if they will. All witnesses and prisoners are to be kept in the building.
If you'll forgive me, sir, I've known him all my life. It is a good man.
I am sure of it, Marshal. Now then, what deposition do you have for us, Mr. Proctor? And I beg you be clear, open as the sky, and honest.
No lawyer, so
The pure in heart need no lawyers. Proceed.
read this first, sir. It's a sort of testament. People signing it declare their good opinion of Rebecca Nurse and my wife, and Martha Corey.
Their good opinion.
These are covenanted people. Land-holding farmers, members of the church. You'll notice, sir, they've known the women many years and never saw no signs they had dealings with the devil.
How many names are here?
91, Your Excellency.
These people should be summoned to the court for questioning.
Mr. Danforth, I give them all my word, no harm would come to them for signing this.
This is a clear attack upon the court.
Is every defense an attack upon the court? Can no one...
All innocent Christian people are happy for the courts in Salem. These people are gloomy for it. I think you will want to know from each and every one of them what discontents them with you.
I think they ought to be examined, sir.
It is not necessarily an attack, I think.
These are all covenanted Christians, sir.
Then I am sure they may have nothing to fear. Mr. Cheever, have warrants drawn up for all of these. Arrest for examination.
Aye, sir.
Now, what other information do you have for us? You may sit, Mr. Nurse.
I have trouble on these people.
No, old man, you have not brought trouble on them if they are of good conscience. But understand this. A person is either with this court, or he must be counted against it. There be no road between. We live in a sharp time now, a precise time. We live no longer in the dusky afternoon, when evil mixed itself with good and befuddled the world. Now, by God's grace, the shining sun is up, and them that fear not light will surely praise it. I hope you will be one of those. She's not hardy, I see.
No, she's not. Mary, remember the angel Raphael and what he saved the boy's lives. That which is good and no harm shall come to thee.
Come, then, we wait you.
John, my nemesis, give him mine.
Aye. This is Mr. Corey's deposition.
Oh?
What lawyer drew that, Corey? You know I never hired no lawyer in my life, Hawthorne.
It is very well phrased. My compliments. Mr. Paris, would you please go out and bring Mr. Thomas Putnam into the court? You have no legal training, Mr. Corey?
I am the best, sir. I am 33 times in court in my life, and always plaintiff, too.
Oh, then you're much put
But
upon.
I am never put upon. I know my rights, and I will have them. You know, your father tried a case of mine. Might have been 35 years ago.
Indeed?
Never spoke to you of it?
No, I cannot recall it.
That's strange. He gave me £9 damages. You were fair, Judge, your father. See, at that time I had a white mare. Well, this fellow come to borrow the mare, and not there it is.
Mr. Putnam, I have here charged by Mr. Corey that claims that you coldly prompted your daughter to cry witchery upon George Jacobs that is now in jail.
It is a lie.
Mr. Putnam states your charge is a lie. What say you to that?
A fault on Thomas Putnam, that is what I said, a fact.
What proof do you submit for your charge, sir?
My proof is there. If Jacobs hangs for a witch, he forfeit up all his property. That's law. And there's none but Putnam with a coin to buy such a piece. This man is killing his neighbors for the land.
But prove, sir, prove.
My proof is there. I have it from an honest man who heard Putnam say it. The day his daughter cried out on Jacobs, he said she made him a fair gift of land.
And the name of this man?
What name?
The man that gave you this information.
cannot give you his name.
And why not?
You know well why. Not to lie in jail if I give his name.
This is contempt of the court, Mr. Danforth. You will surely tell us the name.
I cannot give you no name, sir. I mentioned my wife's name once. Burned in hell long enough for that. Stand mute.
Then I have no choice but to arrest you for contempt of court. Do you know that?
This is a hearing. You cannot clap me for contempt of a hearing.
Oh, it is a proper lawyer. Do you wish me to declare court in full session, or will you give me good reply?
Cannot give you no name, sir.
You are a foolish old man. Mr. Cheever, begin the record.
Aye, sir.
This court is now in session.
Your
I
Honor,
ask you.
he has the story in confidence, and he cannot give you the name.
The devil lives on such confidence. Without confidence, there can be no conspiracy, Your Honor.
I think it must be broken, Excellency. Old man, if your informant tells the truth, let him come here openly like an honest man. But if he hides in anonymity, I must know why. Now, sir, the government and Central Church demand of you the name who reported Mr. Thomas Putnam of common murder.
Excellency,
Mr. Hale.
we can blink it no more. There's a prodigious fear of the court in this country.
Then there is a prodigious guilt in the country. Are you afraid to be questioned here?
I may only fear the Lord, sir, but there is fear in the country nevertheless.
Reproach me not with the fear in the country. There is fear in the country because there is a moving plot to topple Christ in the country.
But it does not follow that everyone accused is part of it.
No uncorrupted man may fear the courts in Salem, Mr. Hale. None. Mr. Corey, you're hereby under arrest in contempt of this court. Now, sit you down and let you take counsel with yourself until you decide to answer all questions.
I'll cut your throat,
No,
Butch!
Giles!
I'll kill you yet!
Peace, Giles! Now we will prove ourselves.
Say nothing more, John. He's only playing. He means to hang us all.
This is a court of law, mister. I'll have no effrontery here.
Forgive him for his old age, Your Honor. Peace, Giles. Now we will prove ourselves. Now weep, Mary. Remember the angel and what he saved the boy. There is your rock. Hold to it. This is Mary Warren's deposition, Your Honor. I would ask while you read it that you remember that until 2 weeks ago she were no different than the other children are today. You saw her. She screamed. She howled. She swore familiar spirits choked her. She even swore that Satan, in the form of women now in jail, sent their spirits to win her soul away, and when she refused...
We know all of this.
Aye, sir. Declares now she never saw Satan, nor any other spirit vague or clear that Satan may have sent to her.
Excellency, I think this go to the heart of the matter.
It surely does.
I know not if he is an honest man. I know him little. But in all justice, sir, such a weighty claim cannot be argued by a farmer. I pray you, send him home and let him...
Now, look you, Mr. Hale.
Excellency, I am a minister of the Lord. I dare not take a life unless there be proof so immaculate, no slightest qualm of conscience may doubt it.
Mr. Hale, you surely do not doubt my justice?
I have this morning signed away the life of Rebecca Nurse. I'll not conceal it, I tell you true. My hand shakes yet as with the wound. I pray you, sir, this argument let lawyers present to you.
Mr. Hale, for a man of such terrible learning, you are most bewildered. I hope you will forgive me. I have been 32 years at the bar, and I should be confounded were I called upon to defend these people. Let you consider, and I beg you all, do likewise. In an ordinary crime, how does one defend the accused? One calls up witnesses to prove his innocence. But witchcraft is, ipso facto, on its face and by its nature an invisible crime. Therefore, who may be witness to it? The witch and the victim. None other. Now, we cannot suppose the witch will accuse herself, granted. Therefore, we must rely upon her victims. And they do testify. The children certainly do testify. As for the witches, none will deny we are all most eager for for their confessions. Therefore, what is left for a lawyer to bring out? I think I have made my point, have I not?
But this child claims the girls are lying, and if they are...
That is precisely what I am about to consider, sir. What more may you ask of me? Unless you doubt my probity?
I certainly do not, sir. I'll let you consider it then.
And let you put your heart to rest. For deposition, Mr. Proctor.
I should like to question...
I pray you, be silent. Sit you down. Mr. Proctor, you sit there. Now, Mr. Cheever, will you please go out and bring the girls into the court?
Yes, sir.
Mary Warren, how came you to this turnabout? Has Mr. Proctor threatened you for this deposition?
No, sir.
Has he ever threatened you?
No, sir.
Has he threatened you?
No, sir.
Then you tell me that you sat in my court, callously lying when you knew people would hang by your evidence? Answer me.
Aye, sir.
How were you instructed in your life? Do you not know that God damns all liars? Or is it now that you lie?
No, sir. I'm with God now.
You are with God now.
Aye.
I will tell you this. You were either lying then or you are lying now. And in either case you have committed perjury and you will go to jail for it. You cannot lightly say you lied, Mary.
I cannot lie no more. I'm with God now. I'm with God.
Ruth wasn't all the closer, sir.
Thank you, that will suffice. Come, sit you down, children. I have a deposition by your friend Mary Warren, in which she swears that she never saw familiar spirits, apparitions, nor any manifest of the devil. She swears as well that none of you have seen these things either. Now, children, this is a court of law. The law based upon the Bible, and the Bible written by the Almighty God forbid witchcraft and describe death as the punishment thereof. But likewise, children, the law and the Bible damn all liars and bearers of false witness. Now, it does not escape me that this testimony may be devised to blind us. It may well be that Mary Warren has been conquered by Satan and sends her spirit out to distract us from our sacred purpose. If so, her neck will break for it. But if she speak true, I bid you now drop your guile and confess your pretense, for a quick confession will go easy on you. Abigail Williams, rise. Is there any truth in this?
No, sir.
Children, a very auger bit will now be turned into your souls until your honesty is proved. Will either of you change your stories now, or do you force me to hard questioning?
I have not to change, sir. She lies.
You would go on with this?
Aye, sir.
A poppet were discovered in Mr. Proctor's house. A needle stabbed into it. Mary Warren claims that you sat beside her in court when she made it. That you saw her make it, and you witnessed how she herself stuck the needle into it for safekeeping. What say you to that?
It is a lie, sir.
When you worked in the service of the Proctors, did you ever see poppets in that house?
Goody Proctor always kept puppets.
Wife never kept no puppets, sir. Your Excellency,
Mr. Cheever.
When I spoke with Goody Proctor, she said she didn't keep any puppets, but she said she did keep puppets when she were a girl.
she's not been a girl these 15 years, Your Honor.
But Papa will keep 15 years, will it not?
Keep if it is kept. Mary Warren says she never saw any poppet. Others swear it as well.
Why could there not have been poppets hid where no one ever saw them?
There might also be 2 golden candlesticks, but no one ever saw them.
Your Honor, we are here precisely to discover what no one has ever seen.
Your Honor, Prophet Mary Warren to turn herself about. Maybe she gained the hard questioning and worse.
You are charging Abigail Williams with a marvelous cool plot to murder, do you You know that?
I know that, sir. I believe she means to murder.
This child would murder your wife?
There's no child, now hear me, sir. She has twice this year, in the sight of the congregation, been put out of the meeting house for laughter during prayer.
What's this? Laughter during prayer? Do you deny it, Mr. Paris?
I do believe it happened once. She is sometimes silly, but solemn now.
I saw him now and goes to hang people!
Quiet, man. Surely it have no bearing on the question, Your Honor. He charges contemplation of murder.
Aye, but it strike hard upon me she should laugh at prayer. Continue, Mr. Proctor.
Mary, tell the governor how you danced in the woods.
I'm Mr. Proctor.
Excellency, since I come to Salem, this man's been blackening my name.
In a moment, sir. What is this dancing?
Abigail leads the girls into the woods, and they have danced there naked. Mr. Paris discovered them there in the dead of night. There's the child she is.
Mr. Paris!
I can only say, sir, that I never found any of them naked. And
You discovered them dancing in the woods. Abigail?
Your Excellency, when I first came to Salem, Mr. Paris told me that.
Do you deny it, Mr. Paris?
I do not, sir. But I never found any of them naked.
But she have danced.
Aye, sir.
Excellency, will you permit me?
Pray, proceed.
You say you never saw no spirits, Mary. Were never afflicted by any manifest of the devil or the devil's agents?
No, sir.
Yet, when people accused with witchcraft confronted you in the court, you would faint, saying their spirits came out of their bodies and choked you.
That was pretense, sir.
I cannot hear you.
Pretense, sir.
But you did turn cold, did you not? I myself picked you up many times and your skin were icy. Mr. Danforth, you
I saw that many times.
She only pretended to faint, Your Honor. They're all marvelous pretenders.
Then, can't you pretend to faint now?
No. Why not? Now there are no spirits attacking me, for none in this room is accused of witchcraft. Let her turn herself cold now. Let her pretend she is attacked now. Let her faint. Faint!
Faint?
Hi, faint. And prove to us how you pretended so many times in the court.
I cannot faint now, sir.
Can you not pretend it?
I have no sense of it now.
Why? What is lacking now?
I cannot tell, sir.
Might it be that here we had no attacking spirits, but in the court there were some?
I never saw those.
Then see no spirits now, and prove to us that you can faint at your own will, as you claim.
I cannot do it.
Then you will confess, will you not? Attacking spirits made you faint.
No, sir. I was.
This is a trick to blind the court.
This is not a trick. I only fainted because I thought I saw spirits.
Thought you saw them.
I, sir, but I did not.
How can you think you saw them unless you saw them?
I cannot tell how, sir. You heard the girls screaming, and you seemed to believe them, and we were only sport at the beginning, sir, and then the whole world cried, spirits, spirits. I promise you, Mr. Danforth, I only thought I saw spirits, but I really did not.
Surely your excellency is not taken by this simple lie.
Abigail Williams, I bid you now, search your heart and confess, and beware, child. To God every soul is precious, and his vengeance is terrible upon them that take life without cause. Is it possible now, child, that the spirits you see are illusion only? Some deception that may...
Why, this is a base question, sir.
Child, I would have you consider...
I have been hurt, Mr. Danforth. I have seen my blood running out. I have been near to murder every day doing my duty pointing out the devil's people. And this is my reward? To be mistrusted, denied, questioned...
Child, I do not mistrust.
Now look you, Mr. Danforth. Think you to be so mighty that the power of hell may not turn your ways. Beware of it. There is...
What is it, child?
I know not. A cold wind has come.
Abby,
Your Honor, I freeze.
They're pretending. Now Marcus shall suffer scream to stab me.
You will prove this. This will not pass.
I have known her, sir. I have known her.
You are a lecher?
John.
No, Francis, it is true. She will deny it, but you will believe me, Your Honor. A man will not cast away his good name. Surely you know that.
In what time? In what time? In what place?
Proper place where my be served bed. It's 8 months now, sir. 8 months. She used to serve me in my house. Man may think God sleeps, but God sees everything. I know it now. I must see her for what she is, Your Honor. My wife, my dear good wife, took this girl soon after, put her out on the high road, being what she is, a lump of vanity. Forgive me, Your Honor. She thinks to dance with me on my wife's grave, and while she might, for I thought of her softly, God help me, I lusted. And there's a promise in such sweat. You must see it. There's a whore's vengeance. My wife is innocent, except she know a whore when she see one.
You deny every scrap and tittle of this?
If I must answer that, sir, I will leave, and I will not come back again.
She does not deny it, Mr. Danforth. She does not deny it.
You will remain where you are. Sit you down. Mr. Paris, would you please go out and bring Goodwife Proctor into the court? And tell her not one word of what has been spoken here. And let you knock before you enter. Now we shall touch the bottom of this swamp. Your wife, you say, is an honest woman?
Your life, sir, she hath never lied. None that cannot sing, none that cannot weep. My wife cannot lie.
And when she put her out of your house, she put her out for a harlot?
Yes, sir.
And knew her for a harlot?
She knew her for a harlot.
Good, then. And if she tell me, child, it were for harlotry, may God spread his mercy on your soul. Oh! Turn your back. Turn your back. Mr. Proctor, you sit and do likewise. Let neither of you turn to face Goody Proctor. No one in this room is to speak one word, nor raise a gesture, aye or nay. Come. Mr. Cheever, report this testimony in all exactness. Are you ready?
Ready, sir?
Come here, woman. You are to look at me only and not at your husband. In my eyes only.
Good, sir.
We are given to understand that at one time you dismissed your servant, Abigail Williams.
That is true, sir.
For what cause did you dismiss her?
She were...
You will look at me and not at your husband. The answer is in your memory, and you need no help to give it to me. Why did you dismiss Abigail Williams?
She dissatisfied me and my husband.
In what way dissatisfied you?
She were...
Woman, look at me. Was she slovenly? Lazy? What disturbance did she cause?
Your Honor, in that time I was sick, and my husband is a good and righteous man. He is never drunk as some are, nor wasting his time at the shuffleboard, but always at his work. But in my sickness, you see, sir, I was a long time sick after my last baby, and I thought I saw my husband somewhat turning from me. And this girl...
Look at me.
I, sir, Abigail Williams.
What of Abigail Williams?
I came to think he fancied her, so one night I lost my wits, I think, and put her out on the high road.
Your husband. Did he indeed turn from you?
My husband is a goodly man, Your Honor.
Then he did not turn from you.
He...
Woman, look at me. To your own knowledge, has John Proctor ever committed the crime of lechery? Answer me, is your husband a lecher?
No, sir.
Elizabeth, tell the truth, Elizabeth!
She has spoken. Remove her.
Elizabeth, I have confessed it!
Oh, John!
She only thought to say my name.
Excellency, it'd be a natural lie to tell.
I pray you stop now before another is condemned. Private vengeance is working through this testimony. I may shut my conscience to it no more. I pray you bring back his wife.
She spoke nothing of lechery, and this man lied.
I believe him. By my oath to heaven, I believe him. From the beginning, this girl has struck me false.
You will not. Be gone, I say.
What is it, child? What's there? Girls, why do you...
It's on the beam. Behind the rafter.
Where?
Why do you come, yellow bird?
Where's a bird? I see no bird.
My face? My face?
Mr. Hale!
Be quiet.
Do you see a bird?
Be quiet.
But God made my face. You cannot want to tear my face. Envy's a deadly sin, Mary.
Abby, don't!
Why, this is a black art to change your shape, Mary. No, I cannot stop my mouth. This is God's work I do.
Abby, I'm here!
Why does she see this vision?
You cannot believe them.
She sees nothing!
Mary, please don't hurt me.
Abby, I'm not hurting you!
Mary, please don't come down.
Abby, you mustn't!
Mary Warren, draw your spirit out of him.
She sees nothing! Abby, I'm here! I'm here!
I'm here.
Abby, I'm here!
I'm here.
Why do they repeat you? Draw back your spirit out of them.
Mr. Danforth!
Mr. Danforth!
Have you made compact with the devil?
Never!
Why can they only repeat you?
Give me a whip, I'll stop.
They're only sporting!
Abby,
Stop it!
Abby, stop it!
A little while ago you were afflicted. Now it seems you afflict others. Where did you gain this power?
I have no power!
Have you made compact with the devil? Why did you turn about these last 2 weeks? You have seen Lucifer, have you not?
I didn't!
They're gulling you, mister.
You have seen the devil. You have made compact with Lucifer, have you not?
Mary, goddamn liars.
I cannot hear you. What do you say? You will confess or you will hang.
Mary, goddamn all liars.
Do you hear me? Do you know who I am? I say you will hang if you do not confess.
Mary, remember the angel and what he said to the boy.
No, wait! Her wings are spread. She's walking at the moon. She's going to come down. Look out, she's coming down.
Mary, tell me. Mary!
You're the devil's man!
Praise God!
Mary,
I
hold
want to
on!
hang with you! I love God!
He bid you do the devil's work.
You come at me every night and every day to sign!
Sign what?
My
Devil's
name!
book? He come in the book?
My name! He wants my name! I'll murder you, he says, if my wife will hang! We must overthrow the court, he says!
Mr. Hale!
I will not hang with you! You come every night, and with your eyes like coal, and your fingers like claws in the back of my neck, and I sigh!
The child's gone wild.
I love God, I praise God! I will go your windows longer! I love God! Abby! I will not harm you no more!
What are you? You are combined with Antichrist, are you not? I have seen your power, you will not deny it.
This is not witchcraft. These girls are fraud. You condemn them.
I will have nothing from you, Mr. Hale. Will you confess yourself be fouled with hell, or do you keep that black allegiance yet? What say you?
I say God is dead! Hear it! A fire's burning, Mr. Danforth. I fear it. I hear the boot of Lucifer. I see his filthy face. It is your face and mine. But then they quail to bring men out of ignorance. God damns our kind especially. We will burn together.
Marshal, take him and Corey with him to the jail.
I denounce these proceedings.